Welcome to the Business and Economics tutorial series, where we are dedicated to empowering future leaders like you. In this channel, we aim to unlock your potential for success in business studies, providing you with the knowledge and skills you need to excel in your AS and A-level exam. Whether you are looking to understand complex concepts, tackle challenging topics, or develop effective study strategies, you'll find engaging listen and practical insights tailored just for you. So please, join me on this exciting journey as we explore the world of business and economics together, preparing you not just for exam but for successful future in your career. Chapter 7: Price Elasticity of Demand, or PED. In this video, we will be introducing price elasticity of demand (PED) in summary, a key concept in economics that helps us understand how sensitive the quantity demanded of a goods is to change in its price. We will cover how businesses use PED to make pricing decisions and how consumers react when pricing go up or down. By the end, you will have a clear understanding of how elasticity affects markets and why it's such an important tool for both producer and consumer in decision making. But before starting, I would like to explain this important role. Please stop overanalyzing and start taking action. Thinking alone won't get you where you want to be. It's the step you tackle and the effort you put in that lead to real change. So instead of overthinking, please dive in and start doing, because progress happens through action. Okay, for some goods, a price change will result in a large change in demand. As we know, the most basic element that affect the amount of demand was price. Here we had price and here we had the quantity, and this was the demand curve. And you know that the change in price has affect the quantity demanded. So whatever the price increase, the quantity demanded decrease, and whatever the price decrease, the quantity demanded increase. It was an inverse relationship, in fact, between price and quantity of the demand. And the relationship exists between responsiveness of demand and the change in price, called price elasticity of demand. In fact, we want to know if the price change, how much the quantity of demanded change for different products, and how we can groups or categorize this relationship between the price elasticity of demand and quantity change sensitivity to this change in price in this chapter. So let's continue it together. To categorize the price elasticity of demand, or the amount of demand change quantity in response to the price change, we have two main categories. First, price inelastic demand. Second, price elastic demand. Let's start with price inelastic demand. The price change results in a less proportionate change in demand in the price inelastic demand conditions. So price change, the basic elements that lead to change in quantity demanded, result in less than proportionate change in demand. This means that the change in demand was not as big as the change in price. The change in demand was not as big as change in price. But the minority of goods, such as petrol, have price inelastic demand. The minority of goods are price inelastic. This means that the minority of goods experience a change in demand lower than change in price. a minority of goods experience the change in demand lower than the change in price. The second condition, where we have price elastic demand. The price change resulted in price elastic demand more than proportionate change in demand. This means that the change in demand quantity is greater than the change in price amount. So in price elastic demand, the change in demand greater or bigger than price amount of change in price. When it happens, economists say that product has price elastic demand, or demand is price elastic. Most of goods have price elastic conditions. So in summary, in price elastic demand, the amount of change in demand quantity, is bigger than the amount of change in price that lead to change in quantity. So in price elastic demand, the amount of change in quantity is bigger than the change in price amount. And most of the goods have this condition, or most of the goods are price elastic demand. After introduction of price elastic and price inelastic of demand, we want to introduce with together how we can calculate the price elasticity of demand. What are the steps and what formula shall we use to calculate these amounts, and how we can interpret the result? To calculation price elasticity of demand, we need to apply two different and important formula, and also we need to remember them. The basic formula, price elasticity of demand, equal percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. So how we can find the percentage change by itself? To find the percentage change amount, we need to use the second formula. The percentage change equal difference between two numbers divided by original numbers. Difference between two numbers divided by original numbers. In the tutorial video, we will practice this two formula in different cases in the other different video. So until this moment, just we need to remember this formula before exercise them in separate tutorial with together. But how we can interpret the result of first formula? If the value of price elasticity or first formula is less than 1, for example is 1 divided by 2 or half or 0.5, demand is said that price inelastic. In summary, if the price elasticity is less than 1, we say that if the result of formula is less than 1, we say that we have price inelastic. The price elastic means that the amount of change in demand quantity is less than the amount of change in price amount. The second condition, if the value of price elasticity is greater than 1, we say that the product is price elastic. And finally, it is enough to focus on numerical value, not minus sign. So if the result of the first formula is minus sign, there is no need to have any focus on the minus or positive sign. We just need to focus on numerical value. And if the value is more than 1, we say that we have price elasticity. And price elasticity in this condition means that the amount of change in demand quantity is more than the amount of change in price amount. In the price elasticity, when the price elasticity, or the result of this formula, is more than 1, sorry. So thank you so much for your attention. We will continue from the next video together.